That's what happens when you don't have the sunshine and it's cold outside. It is hard to know what's going on. Just wanted to start documenting about why money matters at a young age. I remember when I started working, I was making $13 an hour. My job at the time, I think they match a year after you got there, or maybe when you were a certain age, you could start matching. And they gave us 5% was the match up front. Or maybe it was less and then graduated to 5, but I'm pretty much sure it was 5. And I put in my 5%. There was this nurse, a kind nurse, that told me which stocks to pick in Vanguard, and I did, not knowing what I was doing or anything. I went ahead and I did those stocks, and just the money came out pre-tax. I didn't notice the difference. As I got a raise, it did what it did. I didn't pay back no attention, didn't go figure it out. As the years went by and we were able to talk to the advisors. They come in once a month, and I would ask, I would go and sit with them and find out if I was on track, if I'm going to retire in 30 years and what extra to do and what have you. Never stop investing. In '08, the market downturn, and I pulled back. I eventually got up to 7%. I pulled back down, I think, to 5%. When the market downturn, I went down and decided to do 5%. But quickly after that, maybe within the year, I went back up to the 7% matching that I was doing. And then I found out later on that if you do the Roth IRA, which is post-tax, when you retire, you don't have to pay tax on that money like you do on the pre-tax money. The tax rate is now 20% once you get to 59.5. Why I'm telling you guys all this, I want to do a series on this, is that it is so important now to put money aside, because you don't know what might happen. You don't know if you need to stop working. You don't know what the future holds. So it's best to always put something aside for that rainy day. And a lot of people say, oh, it's gambling. Some people in churches, they talk about it and say it's gambling, so you shouldn't do it. And some people say it's risky. But if your company is going to give you 5% and you put 5%, the risk is worth it. How much are you losing? It's pre-tax money. And yes, some people say, oh, but then you have to pay tax on it. Yes, because you didn't pay tax on it when you put it in the stock market. It was pre-tax money. So once you take it out, you will have to pay right now, as I said, it's 20%. You'll have to pay the tax on it. But still, that's reasonable, because you still have this money that you can live on and supplement your income. In my case, I'm going to be living on this money until I get Social Security, or until 65. So it's a way out. It's a way of seeing a better day, or seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. And I want you all to tune in for more. We'll go through, break this down one at a time, the pros and the cons of putting into your company's 403B or 401k. There's a lot of things out there against it. And even me sometimes I would say, oh, you don't know where this money is. It's in the stock market and it's not real money. I even borrowed from myself to put up a deck. I borrowed from myself on wood furniture. But guess what? I borrowed from myself and I paid myself back. That interest is still my money. I didn't go to bank. I stopped going to banks and dealing with banks about almost 10 years ago, because I realized I could borrow from myself and I could pay myself back. So those are the kind of things that you learn, as you go along. And again, tune in. This is Mission at 60. Please subscribe if you want to hear more of these information. We'll do health tips, finance, travel, and all the things that you need for daily living. Things that people don't necessarily want to tell you, or things people charge you for. No charge here. I'll give you the secrets. Stay tuned. Mission at 60. Thank you.